Wow, look at this beauty. Santa Fe 2900 series in Derail Valley. Looks beautiful. Hello everybody, my name is Thomas Fairchild. Welcome back to Derail Valley, and today we're doing another mod showcase. Thanks to Thomas404 UK, we are going to be showcasing this brand new Derail Valley Steam mod, ATSF 2900 series. This is the ATSF 2900 series from the Santa Fe Railway. And yeah, I like these locomotives a lot. They're really cool looking, especially this one. Look at this. This is a really well detailed. I swear, these Derail Valley modders are getting better with their detailing and model building because, my lord, we've got an 844 already, Daylight, and now we've gotten a proper 2900 class engine series. This looks really neat. Now, this is based off the 2900 series, meaning that there is, in fact, an engine identical to this being restored thanks to the New Mexico Heritage Rail. They are restoring the 2926, so this engine is pretty darn similar to that loco. And because this engine is being restored in real life, the builder put in, you guessed it, an oil burn. That's right. This engine is oil burned. This means this is the second engine that is oil burned compared to the Daylight. And yeah. So this here is where you refill yourself up with some oil. And then that'll be your water over here. This is oil and this is water. So you got plenty of water in there. Cool. So yeah, outside looks beautiful. This looks really nice. He even put toolboxes in here, so you can put where your toolboxes in here. That is pretty cool. I like that a lot. Steps to get on top of the train, the tender. Here's the running gear. Pretty neat looking. What the heck kind of lubricator setup is this? Never seen that before. I thought that was a lubricator, or I thought that was an oil port, but it's not. There's where your... I'm sorry, your cylinder cocks are out here? Wait, what? Your cylinder cocks are out here? Nani? Okay, unfortunate, but alright. I don't see an oil port here anywhere, so we'll oil up these ports here. Which 2 oil ports on this connecting rod. That's a first for Derail Valley. Usually there's only 1. Well, that makes sense. This is another 484. We're getting a lot of 484 locomotives here in Derail Valley lately, which is interesting. Alright, that is a lot of oil ports. Let's see, is there any more? Yep, this is right here I forgot. Wow, that is a lot of oil ports. I am amazed at the amount of oil ports that's on her. Good lord. That's a lot of oil ports. Alright, well, we'll only do that side, and we'll get back to the other side in a minute. Let's walk up inside the cab, and we'll see what's in here. If I can get up inside the cab. Oh, there's your little thing there. Here is inside the cab, and there is where your oil burner is. Look at this thing. Wow, the fuel order feeder is correct. That is where an accumulator should be at. There's your boiler pressure, which is actually still in bar. Well, can't be Derail Valley, I guess. It's always in bar. Double side glass. Air compressor is inside the cab instead. There's your bell, and supposedly this is something. I don't know very much about ATSF locos, but here's the cab where you sit. Okay, so there is a valve for the cylinder cocks outside and a valve for inside. I wonder if that's like that on the actual ATF. Here's your whistle right here, which is a lever you pull. On 2926, there's a cable you actually pull, and this pulls back, which is farther back. I wonder if that's the same way. We'll find out soon. There's your sander, a valve for something, and another valve. Oh, that's your brake valve, brake cylinder. So, unlike Daylights, this actually opens up, as you can see. And over here is your sandbox. This is where you can sand the sand flues. Yeah, and it looks like there's something in here. And it's pretty cool that he put a sand castle in there inside the sand box, which is a neat Easter egg there. Oh, this is where your brake valve is. So I suppose that's for whenever something goes haywire, I guess. And then here's your handbrake, which is actually on a chain, which is pretty cool. Alright, let's see how we can start her up. So I assume one of the sight glass here is your oil feeder, or not. I mean, you got crap ton of gauges here, so what does this say? You got pressure, chest pressure, firebox temperature. So your chest pressure is a steam chest. I don't happen to see a gauge for... Oh, that's your brake reservoir. Those are small. Jeepers. And these hand valves are interesting to say. Oh, here's your blowdown. So your blowdown is right here. And then these are your injectors. I thought that was your injector, but that's not. Okay. I'll turn our big-ass blower valve on here. Get some fluid through here. And there's where you do your oil dump. A little bit cursed, but whatever. There's your other side for your injector on that side. Oh. And I found out a blower valve. Yep, that is... works the same way with that as it does on the other side. Okay. Let's go and open this up. Yeah, I don't know... Oh. So that sight glass there is how you would feed the oil into her. So, we'll open that all the way up. And I believe, unlike daylight, maybe you can start this up with a lighter. We'll find out. What is this? Does this valve do anything? Does that valve do anything? Yeah, that's the sander valve. Alright, so we're filling it up with some oil. We'll shut it off until I figure out what valve controls what. All these valves do nothing. Wait. Thought I felt something here. What am I... Oh. It's... okay. So that does nothing. What's up here? That valve doesn't do anything. That valve doesn't do anything. Leave the air compressor off and dynamo off. And that big valve doesn't do anything. And that one doesn't do anything. Alright. So let's try putting a lighter in there. And... yep. That lit the fire. And yeah, there goes our oil escaping. Because, again, I had the blower on. So there is our oil. So I'll leave that on while she creates fire temperature. Wow, boiler pressure is going pretty high. And then you can open, not that up, but you can, there you go. You can close that up so you don't really have to see that. So we'll leave that closed for now because it's pretty pointless to look in there. Alright. Wow, our boiler pressure rises up very fast. Jeepers. So I believe it shuts off at 20 bars where the safety valve goes off, like on what daylight does, and at 844. So I guess 20 bar is the safety valve's limit in Derail Valley, I assume. So we'll let that get some pressure in her. At least it makes more sense that you... ooh, look. I think you got a little... yeah, you do got a little fire show in there, which is pretty cool. Leave that shut. But I believe 20 bar is the safety valve limit for all these engines at Derail Valley. I assume. So. Alright, we'll get it up to around 18. Shut the accumulator off. And now we'll shut the blower off. Because we got plenty of steam pressure now. Alright, 18 bar. That seems to be good enough. Damper is wide open. Alright. Turn our dynamo on. You can hear the dynamo. And we'll turn our air compressor on. And again, do our air compressor. Pretty neat. And we'll turn our cylinder cocks on out here. to drain the cylinder cocks out. I'm used to starting to have the cylinder cocks open when starting the locos to drain it out quicker. Not sure if anyone else does that or not. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. Steam shell and air compressor. There's your lubricator. Alright, now we oil these ports over here. Oil the crap out of these oil ports because there's quite a lot here. Oh, I can see actually for once. Not in a blithering dark. Alright. Okay. I believe that's all the oil ports. We'll find out in a minute if it complains at me. But I believe that's all the oil ports. So now let's go ahead and lubricate it. Oh, no sound for the lubricator. Oh, you can't have everything, I guess. Alright, there you go. It is completely full. Alright. Now we'll go back inside the cab. And oil's still good. You can see it over here too. Alright. Turn our headlights on to dim. And let's see here. Can we turn the cab light on? No, we cannot. Still can't turn the cab light on. In any of these fucking engines, we cannot turn the cab light on. You can turn the gear light on. Does it actually show a gear light? I don't know. I don't see it. See, my safety valve go off yet? No, not yet. Okay. That's a plus. Okay. Well, I still can't turn the cab light, sadly. You can see the headlight if you want to. Go over here to the headlights. Ooh, that looks nice. Got your little marker lights on there, too. Pretty cool. Alright. Whistle time. Let's try the whistle. That is a really good 6-chime Santa Fe whistle. I like that whistle a lot. I guess just for shits and giggles, we'll activate the bell. Ah. How did I know that that was not going to be a K-37 bell? I thought, oh, never mind. It's a little bit off, but the bell is animated on... I keep going too far. The bell is animated on... What the hell? I was saying the bell is animated. That's pretty cool. Has a little time delay on there. Ooh, what's this over here? Oh, there's another valve to turn the air compressor, so you can turn it on from there or inside the cab. Pretty neat. Alright, we'll shut that off. That's neat that it's not a regular K-37 bell. Thank you for that. Okay, so let's see. Does this imply the handbrake? Okay. Right, to let you know we're going forward here. Put it into... Oh, wow, that's... Oh, God, that's a really long way. Put into forward. Open the brake cutout. And we'll release everything. Yep, everything is in fact release. Oh, boy. Our air brakes are interesting. Ooh, that's a really nice... Okay, I like that air brake simulation a lot. That air brake simulation is beautiful. Okay. Full release. Cylinder cocks are open. Okay. Two toots. And here we go. Open the windows here. And we are now moving. Don't have a steam chest. Oh, there it is. We do have a steam chest. Wow, look at the cylinder cock action. Holy moly, look at that. Wow, look at that. That's a good Sonocock simulation. Oh, that is so cool. That is really neat. I like these Santa Fe locomotives. They are so cool. Especially since this has a normal Santa Fe bell on there for a change. Pretty cool. Me like that whistle. Me like it a lot. And there we go, about to blow the safety valve, so we'll shut that off. Okay, let's see how fast we can get her. Whoa, that really goes high, look at that. Yeah, she's got some power. We're at 40k already. Wow, this thing is so cool. Yep. Me like this loco. She's very cool. She's got a lot of power for being such a big loco. That's a really well whistle. Alright. Pull the independent. Ooh, good brakes. She has very, very good brakes. And I don't have the reverser shut off all the way. I'm sorry, regulator. So my steam chest is up a little bit. Alright, reverse. Headlights in reverse. Reverse. Alright. Get some Stonecock action going there. And release the independent. Does she have wheel spin? No, she does not. I do not hear any wheel spin. Interesting. I like that Johnson bar. It's pretty cool. That is a long reverse regulator. I keep wanting to say reverser for some reason. That's a long regulator. There we go in reverse. And get an outside shot. Here she comes. Beautiful, beautiful loco. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, get back in the cab. Come on. Get me back in the cab. There we go. And because we're going downhill, we're gaining speed, so... I like the fact that the independent has notches you can go to. She has a nice turning radius. I'll give it that. This is cool. Really well whistle. I like that whistle a lot. So this is by far another favorite on Derail Valley. I like these old Santa Fe locos. Let's try application. Yeah, I like the fact that you have such long feels on the train brake. Probably not like that in realistic wise, but it serves its purpose. Alright, well, I say this is a beautiful, beautiful mod. This is really, really neat. Keep the Stonecock open since we're stationary, and we'll leave that off because we still got plenty of steam pressure. I like the fact that it looks like an actual oil burn loco with the accumulator on that end. And you can open up the box, and you have your own sand box to sand flues. By far, really, really neat loco. Beautiful. Okay, so that is my review on HESF 2901, the HESF 2900 series. I will do a job with this mod sometime in the near future, but for now, I am currently setting up daylight to do another passenger service, so that is next on the run. But for the time being, I will soon get back to this mod in a later video, doing a freight first and then passenger second. So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you want to see more, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright, I'm Thomas Richard. Take care for now, everyone.